especially like if you just go back a generation or two, these would have been called miracles.
Yeah, yeah,
And
because we didn't
people,
understand
yeah, people. So to give a little bit of reference, I'm half Irish, and my mum's side are Southern Irish Catholics. So
it. Yeah.
that my grandmother and great grandmother and great grandparents, a miracle. What a miracle meant to them is not how we perceive a miracle today. We're very blasé about it, right? It was almost blasphemy to mention a miracle in my nan's household, because if it wasn't ordained by the church, Jesus, or the saints, it wasn't a miracle. You're just using God's word out of context, and you weren't allowed to do that when I was a kid. I can tell you.
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
and people don't, that people would perceive that as some godly miracle at another time, but it's how fantastically developed our bodies are to survive. And
Hmm.
that what was talked about with that lady during the tsunami is your subconscious at work.
Yep, totally, totally. And in that case, exactly what it needs to do. This is our protective system that sometimes gets it wrong,
Yeah,
because of past experience. Yeah, yeah. My passion for all things pregnancy and birth actually came from, well, kind of two animals. One of them human. It's wonderful to hear that you've got Irish ancestry. I'm sure you can certainly hear, and your listeners can hear
yeah,
I am. My dad and mum found one night when I was 3. So your 3-year-old is not in her bed. It's the nightmare of most parents.
yeah.
And they found me by one of my dad's sows. Now, my dad was a pig farmer, hence why he had sows. And I was sitting by the sow while she was giving birth, absolutely fascinated by the experience. Scared the life out of my parents, but they got to know in the intervening years that if I was missing, that's probably where I was. Absolutely fascinated by it. But a bit closer to our species, one of my grandmothers, my dad's mum, had 11 children. My other grandmother had 7. So typical big Irish family.
Good old Irish family. They love their kids.
Absolutely. 41 first cousins. There aren't many people that have
No.
that many. So we didn't buy birthday cards for everyone, by the way. There was
Yeah.
an unspoken rule that we didn't need to.
Yeah.
But because of that, I was raised, if you like, around the miracle of fertility. And I still feel, okay, I use miracle in a different context, but I still see the whole thing as an incredible miracle, even though because of my work, I understand the science behind it. Still a miracle. It's still amazing.
But I still agree that it is a miracle. But people don't realize that the miracle lies within.
Exactly. Yeah.